You want to go from the interview and sing at
No,
the end?
Sing
Okay.
the whole thing.
Él la mira, ella mira, la misma historia de siempre. Dos amores perdidos buscando alivio entre labios. Pensarás que aquel pasado se olvidará, estás equivocado. Empiezas otra tragedia por hormona solitaria. Ah, no tengas miedo de la soledad. Me pregunto por qué el proceso es igual a los demás. Te cogen y te agarran y te dicen puras mentiras. Ah, no tengas miedo de la soledad. That was a snippet of my song Soledad, which means being alone or loneliness. And here's a little bluesy song called Sin. What would have been if I would have sinned after the flame lips and then stayed? I should have known better. Ball and chain. I could be good, I could be yours. Stay. All too familiar. The boy and the man. The love and the trust, the hate and the jump in your head. The romance in the letdown. The drug that is nostalgia has me wound. What would have been if I would have sinned after the flame lips and then stayed? I should have known better. Ball and chain. I could be good, I could be yours. Stay, stay.
Every night, by the moonlight, you come creeping in my mind. Ooh, I can't stop. I'm thinking about you. Oh, boy. 'Cause it's a sunny day outside, so what you waiting for? Don't you run away and hide. Who could ask for more? You got it, 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 you got it.
Hi, my name is Alex. Welcome to Actress Chronicles. We're here in beautiful Central Park in New York, and we have a Renaissance lady with us. Hi, Josephine.
Hi, everybody.
Tell us a little bit about yourself.
All right, a little bit about myself. Here we go. 1, 2, 3. My name is Josephine Bauza, and they call me Pepa, which is short for Josephine in Spanish, which also in different countries means sex and drugs and private parts. So it suits me pretty well. I grew up between Miami and Brooklyn, New York. My dad is a flamenco guitarist that played Carnegie Hall and toured Spain, and my mother was a Vegas showgirl singing power woman. And then they had sex and had me. And I started playing the clarinet at 13, and my dream was the classical world. And then I guess I lost weight and put some makeup on and combed my hair, and I was like, I want to be sexy, wait. And I started playing guitar and singing and playing a little bit of percussion, and got into a little bit of acting while I moved to New York my senior year of high school. And then here I am, Struggling Artists Incorporated, the CEO of it all, in beautiful New York City right now with all of you people.
Amazing. Tell me more about your parents, your mom, especially in Vegas, and your dad in Carnegie Hall. It's amazing.
Crazy, I know. My parents were, we like to say that the word dysfunctional family has the word fun inside of it.
Oh, yeah.
So a lot of dramatic stories comes with a lot of creative moments, and all the pain and the stories and the energy translates into your work. So they have given me a great foundation for a lot of dramatic work.
Yeah, you didn't have a choice. You had to be an artist after
I know,
that.
Right? I'm very lucky to have them. I love them very much.
Okay.
And yeah, they've always supported me. You know, they always laughed at all my jokes, and that's why I thought that maybe I could do sketch comedy, which I did a lot of that in live television in Miami. And I love theater. I love the community of the theater world. And being a musician is a whole different energy. It's a whole entity. I like to separate myself. Sometimes it feels like I'm this Spanish crazy musician in Miami, and I am this like serious and versatile actress in New York City. So I maybe have a personality disorder, but that's just fine. I mean, we all have something.
That's true. Okay, tell me something. What is your biggest achievement so far in acting? And then we're gonna go to singing.
Wow, biggest achievement in acting. There's nothing like having your peers react to something you've done, and peers that you admire, your classmates, your teachers, when they're like, wow, that your vulnerability is beautiful, Josephine. Your natural state is amazing, because we tend to want to, I'm like a showbird. I'm like, look, I could talk about penis. Look, I could be funny. Look, I could be serious. But then when you're not really thinking and you're just being, which is the essence of what I study, the Eric Morris system about being, that's an accomplishment. When my peers just, when I'm not being funny and when I'm not singing and they're still engaged in my work, it makes me feel like I'm enough just as is. Mm-hmm. So those moments when they happen, that's when I feel more at peace. I'm like, oh, sometimes I don't have to do so much to be accepted and admired and just exist, I guess.
Tell me about your music gigs. You've toured, right?
Yeah. Well, Miami, there's like 27 of us, and they recycle us on every tour. I have been all over South America and the Caribbean and Mexico with Ricardo Montaner and Orishas and Beatriz Luengo, which are all Hispanic artists, very well respected in their realms. I sang on a cruise ship when I was 19 and a virgin in Africa. That was fun. And I love it. Miami is like the portal to South America. So you get on all of my jobs I've gotten off of Craigslist. So actors and singers out there, don't underestimate the power of Craigslist. All of them. My biggest gigs, I've got them through Craigslist, which is really ironic. But I'm very lucky. And then once you get in there, you network and you do your best and you be as genuine and sincere as you can. And hopefully they recommend you for the next tour or the next artist. And that's how it goes. So my gigs in Miami have been a lot of backup gigs, guitar, clarinet, singing. And then I would do my singer-songwriter stuff on Lincoln Road and Wynwood and downtown and my little comedy spiel. So it was good. It was real fun.
Amazing. Do you write your own songs?
Yeah, I have many times been told, stop saying so much crap and just sing, Josephine. I'm very wordy. I'm very much a singer-songwriter heart, a la Jason Mraz, a la Joni Mitchell. These stories and words really attract me, and hence I'm a storyteller. So I'm trying to learn how to make a balance between singing and showing heart, but still a wonderful message that isn't simply, I love you, it's raining, come back to me. I like to be a little more complicated because I'm a woman.
Okay.
So to tell for that, watch it grow before your eyes. There's a reservoir of ink in my fountain. Stories beginning, so let's be creative. I got a pretty picture in my mind.
That's awesome. So tell me, what is your last gig you did here in New York City? Because you did something cool lately.
Yeah. Well, the last two gigs, I was in the callbacks for Gloria Stefan for the Gloria Stefan musical on Broadway. That's going to be, it's called On Your Feet. So I was very lucky to be in the callbacks for that. I almost made it. Don't worry, my time is coming, okay? And last week, I actually just premiered my first singer-songwriter show at Sidewalk Cafe in the East Village with an amazing percussionist named Sean Goldman. And it was so much fun. So many of my friends came out. I had so many, like, it would be serious songs and like joke stories in between. I was testing out, I'm writing a one-woman show called Between Coconuts and Concrete.
Oh, can you give us a little preview of that?
Well,
Anything?
Yeah, well, some of the songs that I just sang are part of that one-woman show. And it's about stories of Miami and New York and a little comedy, a little sassiness. I believe in a lot of feminine power. So it's about, I always get, for some reason, because I'm so powerful and semi-masculine, people always ask me, more so men ask me if I'm a lesbian. And I'm like, wow, it's so amazing that just because a woman doesn't strum like Taylor Swift, no offense to Taylor Swift, she's amazing, but I'm not lightly strumming or lightly talking about flowers. There's a masculine energy and I'm automatically a little more maybe homosexual. And it's like, we are women, we could be whatever we want to be. And you don't have to box us in, you know? And there's nothing unfortunate about that. I just find it interesting. And I forgot where my point was because I tend to talk a lot. But being an artist in New York City, you have this freedom and there's no judgment. And that's why I felt prompted to test out my stuff for the one-woman show Between Coconuts and Concrete. And you, the New York audience, really does embrace you and gives you a lot of ammunition. So it's great.
You mentioned Craigslist and you mentioned networking.
Yes.
I also think it's crucial if you want to develop your career as an actress.
Right.
So what other advice would you give, something else to say to young people who want to try out to being an actress or a singer?
Yeah.
What?
Well, you know, I just turned 30. Yeah, 30, girlfriend, 30. And a lot of people tell me I would have given up by now. You know, I was close in American Idol. I've tried out for The Voice. I've had almost development deals for my singer-songwriting career. I've had a bunch of rejection. And I think the only advice that I can really give is that if you are any way spiritually connected to yourself, you know that there's a purpose. And I know my purpose is to make people laugh, to make people feel love, to make people think. I don't know if it's going to end up in a realm of fame and I can, I don't know, touch thousands of people at the same time simultaneously. But I know my purpose is to entertain. And as long as I'm true to that, doors will open. As long as you're sincere to that, doors will open. Networking is also a word that has some pressure to it. I like to say making relations, just talking and being yourself and giving altruistic compliments to people if you know their work or be interested of their work. And I'm also a huge fan of supporting each other in the community. If there's a friend having an acting show, take an Instagram photo, be like, oh, representing, you better check out my girlfriend. And just being part of this community, you really have to support each other. That's another advice I would give. Like if you have a community of singers and actors, whatever show they're doing, you go see it and post it and tell people about it and give love and just support each other, because with that freedom, you can grow. Like you don't feel scared to take a risk, because if you're in a safe environment where everyone loves you, they'll tell you maybe that joke wasn't funny, but you feel daring enough to say it because you're in a community where you're not being judged. And I find that so wonderful in New York City. That always happens. I'm just so much freedom here, creative freedom.
Amazing. So you're touring basically from Miami to New York all the time. How does it feel to be always on the plane and always traveling?
I was asked the other day, where do you consider home? And I consider home on a plane. I mean, there's nothing like being in the middle of the sky, being in this weird place on Earth, and just being one with myself. Like I'm at home with myself in the sky. I sound a little too bohemian. I should be barefoot and topless. I should have been born in the 60s, but I'm not. It's 2015 and here I am. And I got all these wonderful urban personalities and Hispanic personalities, and it's this melting pot of life. You know, when you travel and you move, I didn't go to college, for example. I really wanted to, and NYU and AMDA were on the list, and I was up for it. And my parents were the ones that said, don't go to college. I know, isn't that crazy? My parents are like, listen, you want to be an artist? College will always be there. Give yourself a timeline and audition and travel. Do that.
Thank you very much, Pepa. This was Actress Chronicles from New York. See you next time.
Thank you, Alex. Great interviewer. This is awesome. Bye.